G'day folks, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be taking a look at the Fimi X8 SE 2020 drone. Now I say different because I usually cover DJI drones on this channel. I haven't actually flown a drone like this before. So it will be kind of interesting to see what my thoughts are of this drone after primarily flying DJI drones for the last couple years. As mentioned, this is the 2020 version. It's very similar to the previous model with some new enhancements. This drone might be a good option for some people because it does come in at a reasonable price. You can pick this up a base package for $499 approximately, or you can get an enhanced version that comes with some extra gear such as a case and an extra battery. Now this video is not going to be an in-depth review by any means. I'm basically going to be doing a first impression style video. We're going to take it out for a quick flight and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts of it. However, I will continue to fly it, and that way maybe in a month or so, a couple weeks, I'll dive deeper into some of the features and we'll do a more in-depth review. So let's just jump right in. We'll take a closer look at it, but first a quick unboxing to see what all comes inside the package. So let's go ahead. We're going to open up the box here. Like I said, I've never flown a drone like this, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, what kind of equipment's going to come inside. So let's take a look at it here. So this is the case that comes with it. And as you can see, it's actually a pretty nice little case. Got a pocket here on the back side. Another pocket here at the front. This one has a zipper on it, the one on the back doesn't. Handle at the top here, and then adjustable shoulder strap. So yeah, it looks pretty good. We have a strap holding everything together. So as you can see here, got lots of gear. We have the controller over here on the side. Pretty tight squeeze to get it out, but there it is there. We'll take a look at all of the equipment a little bit closer here in a minute. Let's just get everything out of the package. We got some literature. We have the drone here. As you can see, we have two batteries. There we go there, two batteries. Here we have all the little cables. This is how we connect the controller to our smartphone. Power cable, the charger, a bunch of propellers here. And I do believe that's it. So let's take a quick look at everything here. Here is the remote. As you can see, the remote is quite different than what comes with the DJI drone. Your phone mounts right there in the middle of the controller. And I've actually had this drone out and I had no problem with it falling out. I was a little concerned because there's no lip or edge here at the bottom. I was a little bit worried that the phone might slip out, but the phone is held in there nice and tightly, and this is all a very grippy rubber, so there's no chance of the phone sliding out. This remote does have removable sticks, and you can see that they're stored down in that little slot there, so that's quite nice for travel. There's a power button on the left-hand side. We have a takeoff and landing button on the right-hand side. Right above that, we have a 5D button. Our return to home, which is a toggle switch over there on the right-hand side. On the bottom here, we have a micro USB for charging, and we have a USB-A for connecting to our smartphone. At the back, we have two dials. This one here controls our gimbal. This one here, I do believe, adjusts the EV compensation. Then on the very bottom there, we have an A and a B button. Just like DJI drones, this drone here folds out, so it is nice for travel. Folds up into a nice compact package. The battery just clips into the top there like that. And the power button is located there on the battery. If we flip it over, you can see we have a couple sensors on the bottom, but there is no obstacle avoidance on this drone. That dark piece at the front makes it look like there is some obstacle avoidance, some sensors under there, but that's just purely decoration. And of course, we have our 3-axis stabilized gimbal. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this might be a good drone for some people. It's reasonably priced, and the specs on it are actually quite good. You have 8-kilometer range, 4K camera. Now, it's only 4K 30. It doesn't shoot in 4K 60. It's rated to have 35 minutes of flight time. Now, realistically, you're not going to get 35 minutes, but even if you can get 27 to 28 minutes out of one battery, that's a pretty good amount of time. It also has intelligent flight features and tracking, which is really good for a drone of this price. Now, the specs and features of this drone are quite adequate, but what's most important is how it flies and what the video quality is like. After all, if it doesn't fly well and the video quality is poor, then it's really not a great value at all. Now, like I mentioned, this isn't going to be an in-depth review. We're not going to go over all the features and flight capabilities. Basically, this is just a first impressions video. We're going to see how it flies and see what the video quality is like. Over the next few weeks, I will be flying it more, and that way I can do a more in-depth review. So let's just jump right into my first flight, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts. Okay, so we're going to get ready here for our first flight. We got the app running. And there's a little bit of a wind today, so I guess we're going to be doing a wind test, see how well the drone handles in the wind. It's not overly windy, but a good breeze anyways. So let's just get the drone up in the air here. So there it is there. I'm just going to let it sit and hover for a minute. I'm kind of curious to see how well it can hold its position. DJI drones are really good at holding their position, so we'll just see how it does. Yeah, that's not too bad. It is floating around a little bit, but like I said, there is a bit of a breeze today. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record. No, I'm not going to do any kind of range test with it today, but we'll see if we get any weak signal messages and if the feed breaks up at all. But so far so good. Now I am noticing that the horizon is a little bit tilted. I do believe that can be fixed. Okay, let's spin it around here. Today I'm mainly just checking out the quality of the video, the quality of the feed, how well it handles. Not too concerned about anything else at this point. Horizon's looking pretty good right there. So yeah, so far so good. The picture quality looks pretty good on the screen. I won't really know until I get home and download the footage and take a look at it. But so far so good. And I'm 600, well, closing in on 700 meters there. And I usually don't fly that much farther, so the connection is staying pretty stable. Let's spin it around here. Let's switch it over to sport mode. Yeah, that horizon is very tilted there right now. So that's something a little bit concerning, but I'm pretty sure that can be fixed. A lot of drones, when they first come out, they tend to have little quirks like that. I'll have to do some reading. There might be a fix for that. And I did check for firmware releases, but it said there was no available firmware updates, so I'll definitely look into that. Yeah, but all in all, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's flying actually really nice. Good control. The sticks feel nice. Just going to send it back out here for a minute, and we'll do a quick return to home and see how well it does. Okay, so 185 meters out. Let's put it over to return to home. And this return to home is a little bit different than what I'm used to. There's just actually a toggle there. You can see there right on the controller. You have to switch that over. And turn the camera down here. And it's pretty well right above us right now, so we'll let it do its thing. Like I said, it is fairly windy today, so it is kind of fighting the wind a bit, but looks pretty good. Kind of went off the mark just there at the last minute, but really not too bad, as long as it comes home within a few feet of where it took off from. So all in all, actually, I was quite impressed with this drone. It flew actually really nice. Now, there was that issue with the tilted horizon, but the video quality was quite good. I was very impressed. It had nice natural colors. As I mentioned, I liked the way it handled. The day I was actually out flying, there was a significant wind, and I had no problems with it at all. Now, when it comes to range and signal strength, I was pretty happy as well. Now, I didn't do any long-range distance tests, but for what I fly, I tend not to go too terribly far. And when you compare it to something like the Mavic Mini, I wasn't able to get quite as far with the Mavic Mini before the signal started dropping out. But the Fimi X8 SE 2020 stayed solid throughout my whole flight. Now, I was out flying in a rural area. Flying in the city might be different, and that is something I definitely plan on testing when I do my full in-depth review. But generally, I was quite pleased and actually quite surprised. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but definitely I didn't have any negative thoughts while flying the drone. The controller is different and it does take some getting used to. Now, if you're a brand new drone pilot, if this is going to be your first drone, it's probably not going to be an issue for you, but I tend to fly DJI drones where the sticks are quite a bit closer together, so this does take some getting used to. Now, that's just a habit thing because I'm used to flying a specific style of remote, but other than that, the sticks felt nice, they were nice and fluid, and I had nice control. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and power on the drone and the controller here so we can take a quick look at the app. Now, one thing that did really surprise me about this drone is how well this app works and how well it's laid out. I really like the layout, everything is at the fingertips and it's not overly cluttered. And surprisingly, there's a lot of intelligent flight modes on this drone. Now, like I said, I didn't get into that in this video. I am going to cover that in future videos. But if we click on the button here that brings us up into the intelligent flight modes, you can see there's quite a bit there. We've got waypoint, droney, smart track, tap to fly, orbit, spiral. And for flight modes, we've got cinematic mode, we've got tripod mode, course lock, and fixed wing. So all around, I was very pleased with the app and the app performance. Now, with every product, there are always a few negatives. Now, I can't really say a lot of negative about it yet because I just haven't flown it enough to really dive into some of the features and how well they work. But just a couple things like I mentioned, that tilted horizon is something definitely that needs to be corrected. And the other thing is I'm not quite sure why they didn't include a better gimbal guard. I don't even know if this is considered a gimbal guard. It was just in packaging when they shipped it. But having some kind of cover for it to protect the camera lens and to protect the gimbal when traveling would be nice, other than a piece of styrofoam. Well, folks, that's basically my first impressions and my first flight of the Fimi X8 SE 2020. If you are interested in this drone, stick around. Make sure you subscribe, as I will be covering it more in detail in future videos. I want to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.